Alright guys, here's a charm I found at the store, probably Walmart again because they have so many charms there. I put a bunch of loops on it and it's too many now. So you want to take it enough off so that when I put it on here, it hangs straight. And this is just one of the rings I got in a pack of 10, all different colors. And this one looked the best with the flip-flop. So, what we have to do now is take my needle nose pliers, take off the extra ring and just slide it off. So now when I put this on, it will hang straight. And this, you can order it off of Amazon for like less than 10 bucks, or you can find it at any craft store for probably like 15 to 20. It's really nice. You can see through. It's ×4 magnification. These clamps are super strong. They will never drop anything unless you put it in there really badly. My soldering gun is on right now, which is never a good idea. Wait until you start before turning it on, and then just wait for it to heat up, because it's just sitting on my desk. I mean, this soldering gun will get up to about 1,000 degrees Fahrenheit, so it's never a good idea to just leave it sitting around. But I am showing you something, so it can wait. And then we're going to take the chain, the loop that we want to connect, put it in this clip, and we're going to put the actual ring in this clip. If you guys don't have one of these, it's perfectly fine. I mean, this isn't very old. I haven't had it for very long. I used to just hold them together on the table, like so, and then solder them together on the table. You can do it. It will work, but you will get like these marks on your table, so you might want to use like a cutting board or something. Yeah, here we go. I'll put them right in here for you guys. A little low. Move it up a little bit. That's the bond we want. So make sure that it's the right way. So like, see how right now the flip-flop's upside down? We don't want that to happen after we solder it, because once it's soldered, it's stuck. So we want it to mold on this way. So again, just make sure it's right side up when you stick it on, or it will be a bummer. Now when I hang it straight, the flip-flop's straight up, so you're going to see it and not the back of it when it's hanging. And now the most important thing you can do with soldering. Oh great, I left my flux in my thing. Get your flux out. Water soluble, make sure it's not paste. Silver and sterling silver and surgical steel, stainless steel don't work good with the paste flux. You want a liquid flux that you can paint on with a tiny little paintbrush, the bond is much, much better. So, don't worry about the glass book, I'm using it to hold my phone. Get that away from my soldering gun before it melts. Okay. You only need the tiniest bit. So I'll put on my paintbrush. Hopefully that Gorilla Glue isn't dried on there. And then paint the spot that you're going to solder. I'm going to stick it right about there. Put the little extra on the clip where it's going to have the bond to. That'll help it a lot. Make sure it's not poking up either. Flatten it down onto the... you want to see it. You don't want to wipe it all away and have like one layer that's invisible. It should look like that. Maybe not so high. But yeah, the little white part on the top of the ring is where we're going to stick this to it. What you do is put them together very carefully. They don't have to smash together because the solder will. So once they're stuck, just move the flux around the bond so that when the solder gun melts the silver, it'll melt right around the bond and not just like a big glob over here. The flux is what the solder is going to melt to. So, again, the most important thing. Make sure you don't like it. Make sure you get all the way around it, because like if you only did one side, then yeah. Okay. Tap back on your flux or it will leak out. This part you guys aren't going to see very well, but this is my solder. This is the end of it. Just put the end of it right on the tip. If you guys know how to solder, you don't need me to explain this to you. But if not, make sure you are over 18, because this is hot enough to poke right through your finger. Just tap it right to where you want the bond to be, and then I am going to put the soldering gun on the end of it, and we are going to melt a little dot of solder. Get all the way around it. Looks good. Scratch off the excess parts we don't need. Alright, that one looks really good. If you can see it on my phone, I'll try to, there we go. You can see the solder part. I'm going to put a little more flux on it to let the bond set faster. Not that much. You can see right here, it's connected now. What I'm doing now is pickling it. It's called pickling. It's just laying the solder down, and this flux is going to make it so it hardens correctly onto both pieces and not just like melts the crap out of these and then it pops the ring right off of it. Because these are just little stainless steel loops. I can break them in half with my hands, but this ring is surgical steel. It's a little bit tougher, and so I get this thing painted up. Then just wait for a minute, turn my soldering gun off, and by doing that you just unplug it. As long as that light's not glowing, it's off. It will not take very long to cool down. Make sure you put all your stuff away. Should be good. If you can't touch your clips, it's not done. Because when I get 1,000° Fahrenheit tip of a pen this close, these all heat up. The whole thing will. So, I mean, I can touch the ring right now, which means it's good. Just unclip the loop, unclip the ring, and a little bit messy on the side, but that's alright. I can move this ring over a little bit just by bending it. But there you go, it's soldered. I mean, I will sand it out so it's smooth, but now I have a belly ring, and that's pretty much all there is to it. Remember, soldering is for 18 and up. I don't want any emails from parents, oh, my child just watched your video and tried to solder and cut his hand off. But if you are capable of working with heat, or you know how to weld or solder already, go for it. It's really fun. You can do this with any rings, whether it be eyebrow rings or even earrings. Earrings are really easy to do. You don't need to solder for them because you can already buy the earrings. Just the clip parts for your ears at pretty much any store. And then go from there and just build the beads on it. But if you actually want to stick two metals together, you're going to need to solder them. If you don't want to solder and you can just buy gems, buy a little bit bigger loops to hook them to, and then just slip them over the top of the belly button ring. And then it will hang behind it, but it will dangle it down. If you put more loops on it, then it will hang longer, and it will count for having to hang behind it. It might be a little uncomfortable at first, but I have worn some like that, and it's not so bad. And the only thing is the charm will face whichever way it wants because there's so many chains on it. But anyway, that is soldering 101 for you and jewelry making. So have fun, come back again, and I will do all the rest of these in my drawer. Thanks.